This is a huge disaster. Huge. Why is it always a huge disaster? Why can't it ever be like just a minor disaster? Hey guys, S1E17 here. I'm back with a little more Terra tech. So thank you guys so much for all your support on the Terra tech videos. It's been just fantastic. I really appreciate that. We have a couple new subscribers already, Moonlander03 and Ionic Cat 538, who's 537 points better than the original Iconic Cat. So thanks you guys so much for the subs and for the comments and everything too. I really do appreciate that a lot. You guys are just fantastic. You're the absolute best. So thanks so much, guys. I'm back in campaign mode, and you can tell the frame rates are still super bad, but I had some great feedback from Zed Yes. So thank you, Zed Yes, so much for the feedback. He wrote like a great big paragraph, a great big essay on how to improve the frame. So that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to battle. It's us versus the Terra Tech frame. So what the first thing he said to do was you can reduce the draw distance. So let's take a look at that in the settings. So if I go into options here in, let's see, gameplay, horizontal sim, graphics probably, yes, the draw distance. Let's reduce the draw distance to about half and click apply. Oh yeah, resume the game. So we reduce the draw distance. It does, I think, look a little bit worse once the draw distance gets too small. You start getting kind of weird bubbles and stuff, but we're gonna start with that. Okay, so that was the first thing. So here we go. So draw frames have been reduced. So another thing he mentioned, Zed Yes said, was these rotating anchors. Every time you have one of those guys, that creates a significant frame rate loss. So he says you're better off using stationary anchors. So rather than using these rotating anchors with the AI, he said, you know, it's really just a bad idea. Instead, he says if you just used static anchors, so anchors that didn't move or rotate, and then just put guns all around the sides, then you'd be set for life there. So that's one thing for sure we're going to do. We're going to remove all those rotating anchors. I think what I want to do is kind of move these blocks over a bit, but we'll have to kind of work with what we got here. That's not actually working. So he also mentioned that, well, there's these guys exploding everywhere. I like these rotating towers better. Like, I mean, I wish I could just keep them because they are, I built these ones out of the old yellow bricks instead. They're holding up a lot better and tons of guns on them, so they've got like lots of really good range. So I really like these towers better, but because it's causing this frame rate issue, we just can't. If we've got to get rid of them for the sake of being able to play campaign mode, then that's what we've got to do, right? So he mentioned that on walls, basically, if you set up your defense to be on the walls as opposed to setting up spinning turrets, so he says you've got a great big structure, you could actually build your defense on the wall with several guns. And then if you put those GSO cabs in, so if you put those cabs that have that you get off the very basic, these guys here, these little GSO cabs, if you put them along the wall, enemies will shoot at them first. Now there is a catch, because if an enemy blows up one of those GSO units, the little cabs, and he's the only cab on the wall, then your wall will just completely destroy. So that's why I didn't do that before, but again, for frames it might be better. And then he says just put these AI modules on the wall instead. So he said, okay, you know what? You just put the AI unit on the wall, and then he can shoot them. So you build the big structures like that. And then he suggested he had better ideas for weapons as well. So he said the Hawkeye stuff here, or he said the Venture. I think he meant Hawkeye maybe, but let's take a look. The Hailfire rifle. Let's see, flamethrower. Okay, hailfire. I can't say that apparently. Hailfire rifle. He said these were the best on the walls. Okay, I'm not sure the second one. 3-pound cannon. He said the 3-pound cannon. Oh yeah, I know what he means now. Yeah, this guy that I have. No, that's Megatron. Oh, right here, the 3-pound cannon. Okay, that's what it is. That's what he's talking about. GSO 3-pound cannon. Okay, sorry. My gosh, I don't know the names of any of my weapons. So he's saying the Venture Hailfire, which I have a lot of, which is good, and then the GSOs, the 3-pound cannon. He said those are the best to put on the walls. Okay, and then he mentioned, he's mentioned that the number of blocks is also matters. So every time you put another block down, there's a whole bunch of memory associated with it to do with its shield, the strength, and all this stuff. He said so. Whenever you build big structures, he says just use larger blocks, which would mean tearing down this whole thing, which I really don't want to do. So we're going to start with the turret stuff. We're going to start dismantling the turrets, building up our walls to be one kind of giant firing kind of thing, and then we'll worry about the platform base, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start tearing down these towers, fixing up the walls, and see where we go from there. Okay. And I'll get a little more organized, get things all together and working properly. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back and made a little bit of progress. So we've reduced a few of those towers down to these just kind of wall stations now that I call them. They're just straight up wall stations. And Zed Yes said to actually put these guys on the side. So they should just be putting on the side of them, not on the top of the blocks. I'm not sure the reason why, but I think I'm just following it. So it seems to be a good idea. So far, it seems to be working okay. Did shoot one little guy and it seemed to kill him okay. Not too bad. I've just been putting the AI modules. So I've been using the anchored AI modules because I have so many of them. So I've been using those as opposed to regular modules. And I've just been concealing them behind these great big blocks of yellow blocks here, just so that we can I see a guy in there? So there's a guy hidden in there with some extra batteries and things like that. The only bad thing is that I'm away from that steam pipe now. I'm away from that steam seam, so I can't exactly power this thing at night. So I might have to come up with a wood burning solution or something to do that at night instead. But we'll see how that goes. There's been a couple new features added to the Terra since the last time I played. So actually, check this out. So if you right click on one of these units, then there's this little sundial. You hover over it for a little while, and that'll actually send your blocks to inventory. So you just let it go, and it's going to warp this entire thing into inventory. So that's been pretty awesome. That's a nice way to break things down. I really like that feature a lot. It's pretty good. That's an awesome one to have for sure. So as you can see, I've been just building up a little bit of these corners that have all the turrets on them and some extra batteries. I haven't bothered with the GSOs, so I didn't bother with the GSOs just because I don't have enough of them or anything like that. But maybe later on what I would do is build these towers up taller, and then I can put some GSOs at the top or something. I'm a little bit worried about a GSO getting killed, because once it breaks, if it's the last one, it'll destroy your group. But maybe with the anchored, it doesn't matter. So maybe with the anchored AI, or having any AI unit, maybe that has to be destroyed as well before it'll collapse your unit. So maybe the GSOs are the way to go. I just haven't got around to creating more of those GSOs yet, which I'll have to do in a little bit. So I've only got a couple towers left, and already the frame rate seems to be better. It seems like it's not as bad as it was before, right? I think it's definitely improved a lot. Trying to see, there are some parts where it's a little bit laggy, probably due to this kind of base area here, which would be a gigantic teardown if I had to replace all those. And I would also need a ton of, I guess the best solution would be these great big ones, right? The big blocks. I only have 126, so I'm not sure if that would cover it all. I was really hoping this last update, I was really hoping there was a way to lock the bricks. Hey guys, check this out now. So it looks like these terminals now only provide access to their appropriate set of blocks. So now the GSO terminal only provides GSO blocks, and then the GeoCorp terminal only provides its blocks, and etc. So that's kind of cool. Before, it didn't matter which terminal you had, you got access to everything that was available. So now you actually need all the terminals and stuff. So that's kind of cool. I think it's a good choice. I think it's a good change, because now you need to always have each terminal of each kind type of thing. So there's the venture payload terminal. If I can get him to lower, I need to get us some venture stuff. So let's just switch this guy around. Come on, face me, face me, face me. Okay, maybe he's not gonna face me, or I can't tell which way he's facing. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Let's just put him like this. We'll put him in a group, kind of like that. I'll worry about changing things later. GSO. Anyway, so that was the guy I needed for right now. I'll put the rest up later and fix their positioning. But then I needed these things, and there's only one available. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some more, I guess, to get one of my guys back. So I'll do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to finish up the other tower, or other couple towers. Oh, we should actually try this out. Actually, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back here. Hang on a second. Let's try out the wall. So we'll try out this wall over here. I'm not sure which direction that is even. Let's try to bring somebody over and let's see how it does. Let's go find somebody. These two guys are in a heated battle. And I didn't bring anybody that could shoot. Take that! Pew! Couple big guys now. As soon as they start shooting this guy, he'll probably die, but... Okay, definitely. Go, 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 go! Disaster! This guy... No! Disaster! Disaster! We just got totally annihilated. It's gonna let me select. It's definitely lagging. Let's just see how the wall does. Well, the wall is getting crumbled. No! No! It's actually pushing my wall. The guy's actually pushing it. Oh, it's not on. He's not shooting anybody. No! Oh, disaster. He was pushing the wall. It's now not. Oh, it's not anchored to anything. Oh my gosh. This is a huge disaster. Huge. Why is it always a huge disaster? Why can't it ever be like just a minor disaster? Okay. My goodness. This is just. Oh. Why can't it ever just be a minor disaster? Just, you know, a minor disaster is all we need. Like just, oh, okay, that's not too bad. That's easy to fix. So I think, check this out though, because I did put a GSO on this guy, and I realized now my batteries went out. It won't let me. Okay, here we go. Floating power. So I'm gonna see if we can do this. I'm gonna put some tires on and just wheel it back. Let's see if we can't do that. I need, I guess these guys, because it's the only thing. Or maybe tracks. Let's get those tracks, because they look cool. Let's just put on a few. This might be the solution. Whoop. Whoop. Because I was thinking what I could do is you could just spawn these guys in and then maneuver them into position. Because before the spawning in was kind of terrible. I do see they have like a bubble now, right? So if I go to load text and I choose my, let's see, yeah, let's take this guy. He was the last guy I used. So they give you a bubble now. Oh, of course I'm missing some blocks. Not sure all those things which were useless. Oh, that's kind of terrible. I can't delete those blocks from it. But anyway, you can position them. Can you rotate? Can't rotate with your F, G. So I guess it's kind of like regular rotation where you kind of have to try to line it up to something and then maneuver it. But they at least have a little icon showing you which direction it's facing. So maybe it might be easier to build the wall kind of the way you want it to, or the section of the wall, and then just position it with the tracks. Okay, one thing I did find out was that it's very difficult to drive a wall. I wouldn't recommend driving a wall if you can avoid it. Okay, we're going to try this out here. So we're going to see. It's actually super hard to position, so it might not be that great of an idea. But anyway, let's go. I want to grab an anchor. Oh, I can't see everything. There we go. So I accidentally was making these anchor blocks in the background while things were going on, and I forgot all about them. So let's see what happens if you can re-anchor things somehow. I was kind of hoping. Is there a way to raise it up? Oh, you can kind of move it. So in build mode, it's not bad, right? So I could do finer rotations this way in build mode, and instead of trying to drive with tracks, this is probably a little bit easier. Is there any way to raise it up? No. Oh, hey, we just got the feet though. That's what I was hoping to do, is re-anchor it into the ground, but I think, what's this? Is this anchor tech? What does that mean? Oh, they have an anchor tech button. Oh, no way. Look at this. Oh, they have an anchor. Oh my gosh, look at this. And then you could just press it again. Boop. Look at this. Oh, no way. Oh man, this made life so much easier. So much easier. Can I drift over the way I want to go now? It's only forward and backward, eh? So forward, backward. Will QW move us any direction? No. Okay. Well, so that's so it could be a little bit of. Well, I guess it's kind of whatever way you're facing, I guess. Interesting, but that is definitely really cool. Having that anchor ability, is going to make things a lifesaver. Let's put this back up there where I kind of wanted it. Let's take you off, and then let's do the anchor again. Anchor tech. Look at that. Oh, so awesome. That is really great. So you can actually expand your base. You say, oh, you know what, that's way too close to the thingamabobber. It's way too close to thingamabobbers. You can't have thingamabobbers that close. So I'll just move a little bit further out. That'll give more room for this big guy, or maybe I can put an entrance for the big guy right there, maybe even, or something. So many possibilities now. This is awesome. What a huge update. Wow, this is amazing. This is pretty cool. That's really cool. I really like that a lot. So I've got to figure out how to do some Steam stuff. I've got to take down the last 2 turrets that are over there, or 3. I have 3 of those? No, 2 guys. Just two. Relax. Only 2 left. So I got to tear down those guys. And I think this has improved the frame rates quite a bit. So I think campaign mode is once again playable. So thanks so much, Zed Yes, for all that great input that you gave me. That helped quite a bit. I think we solved the frame rates issue, so we can go back to campaigning, which is awesome, because I think that's the best part of Terra Tech, is the campaign stuff. That's so cool. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for coming to hang out with me today. Thanks so much for your continued support on the Terra Tech videos. I really appreciate that. We'll see you again next time for more Terra Tech campaign.